Hello everyone, welcome. My name's Sam Marine. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic episode to crack lacking day. Today we are going to be talking about my predictions for the upcoming FIA Formula 1 World Championship in 2026. So subscribe, like, comment and share because we are about to give you guys my thoughts, my predictions on the new season. So, before we kick off, I hope you guys enjoy this week's F1 content, building up to the first Australian Grand Prix, and it's going to be a fantastic time. And sorry about the accent, guys, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend. So, let's kick off with my biggest flop of the season. So I'm predicting there are going to be a few contenders here. I could go for Aston Martin duo of Alonso or Lance Stroll, or I could go for Audi maybe, or I don't know. But I think I will be going for Valtteri Bottas. Bottas, of course, driving for the new team Cadillac, and yeah, I think it is going to be near the bottom of the table of the leaderboards in the race weekends, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how Cadillac progresses throughout the season because they are a new team. But could they have the impact of a Haas 10 years ago when they entered F1? Who knows? But all I know is my prediction for the biggest flop of the season, Valtteri Bottas. Next up is the biggest surprise of the season. So the biggest whoa. Biggest surprise is Lindblad. Of course, a rookie this season, so yeah, in the racing bulls alongside Liam Lawson. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Lindblad this season. So yeah, fellow creators put Racing Bull a bit far down in the table, when I think that Lindblad and Lawson are going to be really good this season with the Ford engine as well. I mean, what is not to like about this young, talented F1 driver? So yeah, I think that Lindblad will be the surprise of the season. So there you go. Next up is the story of the season. So it could be anything. So anything like they're bringing V10s back, or they're bringing refueling back, which is never going to happen. But that's what I mean about a story. So something that lingers throughout the year, throughout the season, and is making headline news like left and right. And I think the headline news, the story of the season, is going to be Fernando Alonso retires. So yeah, unfortunately, sadly, regrettably, I have put the story of the season for Fernando Alonso, who could retire this year if struggles at Aston Martin continue to depress him, to push him back down the order on the grid, and I think he's going to get peed off. So story of the season for Alonso, and it is for him retiring. Obviously, I don't want that. I'm a huge Fernando Alonso fan. I'm a huge Michael Schumacher fan too. So yes, back in the day, I watched Michael and Alonso fight it out in F1 in 05 and 06. So yeah, but sadly, someone has to struggle this season. At the start of the season, it could be most possibly it is Aston Martin. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking of the story of the season will be Alonso retiring. So yeah. Next up is the team strugglers. So these are the team that struggles throughout the season to get anywhere near top 5 or top 10 or top 15. So I'm predicting the team strugglers of the season are Aston Martin. Aston Martin, of course, known for having a Honda engine. The only team that has a Honda engine will be struggling a lot this season, I reckon. Something to do with a battery or something. And that could linger on for the rest for the whole season, which is terrible for Aston Martin. Of course, like I said, the only team that have got Honda in their engine, so it will be a learning curve for Honda as well as Aston Martin. But beginning of the season, don't expect too much, because Aston Martin even said that they might not even make the race. I mean, that's a big shock in itself, really. So yeah, we could actually see Honda leave F1 if they continue to struggle throughout the year, which we don't want, because I do love back in the day when they powered, when we had BAR Honda. That livery, all the white on the livery with red, that was incredible. So yeah, they have got history in F1 Honda, and hopefully they stick around and stick with the project with Adrian Newey and Aston Martin. So yeah. Next up is obviously the two main things everyone comes to watch and to find out, of course, and that is the team title and the driver's title. So the 2026, the GOATs of F1 in 2026, the team that would take the championship of the world, is AMG, although I don't think they use that anymore. Mercedes. Yes, Mercedes are going to be the ones to go and basically dominate the season. A lot of people have them to dominate the season. Obviously, it won't be plain sailing like that throughout the season. It's going to be twists and turns like a roller coaster. So the season starting, right, it's like top of the roller coaster, and then as the season progresses, then you go ooh. So it goes up and down the season. We never know truly what is going to happen. So obviously that's why it's a prediction. And yes, that is why I'm predicting the 2026 FIA World Championship Constructors title is Mercedes. Now, it's the big one. Yeah, it's the big one. It's the Drivers' World Champion. And that is George Russell. Yes, I put my eggs in the Mercedes camp this season because of the news going round that Mercedes engines look like they're more superior, more bulletproof. So yeah, it should be interesting for Mercedes, but we have got two other cars that might overtake Mercedes this year, and that is, of course, McLaren Mercedes and Ferrari. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the battle. Of course, you've still got Red Bull, you've got other teams like potentially Haas, who runs on Ferrari power. So who knows? Who knows? But all I know is the drivers' FIA World Champion is obviously is George Russell. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. Just a 2026 predictions video today. So there are plenty more stuff coming this week going into the FIA World Championship 2026 Australia Grand Prix race weekend. So subscribe, please help the channel out if you want. It's completely free. Of course, don't have to pay anything. Wow. So yeah, help the channel out, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.